Welcome back to another video. So guys, we're gonna talk about Duduzile Zuma's tweet about Jacob Zuma, CIA, and Donald Trump. She has a valid point. Some of you guys already figured this out a long time ago if you are well aware of what's happening within Africa. Before continuing, please do me a favor, do not forget to subscribe for more latest updates. So guys, Duduzile Zuma, sometimes I do not agree with some of the things that she does on Twitter, but sometimes, she just has valid points, her point of view sometimes, are really valid, and some of you guys needs to start taking her seriously. She's not really perfect, but she is learning, and I like the fact that she is really brave. She is showing that she is a real daughter of Jacob Zuma. She is showing that, guys. I just have to give credit to her for that one. And the fact that people always compare her to Winnie Mandela, bro. One thing that they have in common is bravery. But brains and everything, guys. Winnie Mandela was on another level. Now let's read out her tweet on Jacob Zuma's assassination. Trump isn't the best choice, nor he is a great president. But Trump is good for Africa and the rest of the world because he withdraws from all unnecessary wars and focuses on America. Let's just focus on this first paragraph firstly, guys. She does have a very, very, very valid point. One thing about Donald Trump, he does not really she does not really care so much about the affairs outside of America. What I like about him is that he mostly focus on American affairs and improving America. He does not really like taking advantage of other countries, especially mostly in Africa, just like Vladimir Putin. That's why Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin, have a very good relationship. Unlike Joe Biden, who is working for the CIA, and Barack Obama. So that's one thing that I like about Donald Trump. So he never called out assassination of Jacob Zuma. During his presidency, there were less wars in the world. Unlike Donald Trump or Joe Biden, there's so much happening in the world because of the politics. Mostly are based around America. Now, second and last paragraph. During Trump's presidency, there were no wars, and he withdrew all instruction from the CIA and Obama that they had left to kill President Zuma. If Trump was president during Gaddafi's time, brother leader would still be alive. That is so much. It makes so much sense, guys. During time of Trump as a president, he withdrew all the instruction from the CIA. And bro, Jacob Zuma was safe. But we all know since allegedly Vladimir Putin is funding Jacob Zuma, and he was the one who was calling for Jacob Zuma to become a president. Allegedly Jacob Zuma, the movement of MK Party was also supported by, Donald Trump and Vladimir Putin. Because if you guys know, South Africa, Russia, and other countries working with Vladimir Putin, have a great relationship with Jacob Zuma. Most of this stuff that are happening started during Jacob Zuma's presidency. So Mohammed Gaddafi, Jacob Zuma, Julius Malema, and all these political figures, mostly believe in South African unity. That's why the CIA do not want them. They always calling out for their assassination. But with Julius Malema, it's very different because Julius Malema, bro, he's working for the CIA, whether you guys like it or not. If he's not working for the CIA, it's not really a big problem for the CIA because most of the things Julius Malema says, he's not really basing them on actions. He just like talking and yapping. Unlike Jacob Zuma, who has shown so much execution. And he would obviously be a big threat for the West. I don't think Julius Malema is so much of a big threat to the West. But with Msholozi, Jacob Zuma, guys, I'm telling you guys, the West really hates Jacob Zuma. Vladimir Putin wants to work with Zuma and he has been working with Zuma for the longest time because they do not take any instructions from the CIA. Donald Trump take instructions from Vladimir Putin. So obviously it makes sense, guys. So Duduzile is really smart, and she always points out hypocrisy whenever she get a chance. That's one thing I like about her. So now, guys, on another story, Gayton McKenzie goes back and forth on Twitter with Sunday Times journalism. And most people were really disappointed by Sunday Times. Because they feel like it's really outdated to be going back and forth with Gayton and trying to use him for relevancy. They wrote a tweet and said, "Surely, if Gayton is so desperate to become a popular minister, there must be positive interventions he can make in his department without exploiting the suffering of artists." So this is after Gayton McKenzie released list of all the artists who benefited from COVID-19. Some of them unfairly got lot of money which they shouldn't have got. Some of them got 20Ks, 75Ks. Some of them apparently also got more than 100,000 rands. So Twitter was roasting some of those artists. So after McKenzie went live crying, a lot of people started coming at Gayton McKenzie saying that he is really moving fast and he has been moving really weirdly. But guys, you cannot blame Gayton McKenzie. He cannot really be perfect, but so the way that he has been handling some of the affairs in his department, bro, he has been doing exceptionally well. Haters will always be there, and haters are mostly from other political parties, so I do not really blame Gayton McKenzie on that one. So that Sunday Times was just trying to use him for relevancy because nobody actually takes them seriously anymore. They don't take our Sunday Times, so Wets and Live, whatever, bro, they don't take them seriously anymore. Now Gayton McKenzie responded to the tweet by Sunday Times and said, "You expect the worst from me. I disappointed you greatly. Prepare to make me Mambara of the Year because I am going to deliver greatly and things better for artists, creatives, and sports people." And I just like the fact that he responded by that. He just shown that he does not have any, bad motives against artists, but he just feel like there was mismanagement of funds. He feel like this artist and what else, the sports departments, so many things were not really as organized, and guys, we cannot afford mismanagement of funds, because the money is just going out. I just feel like most of these ministers, had best most point of view just like Gayton McKenzie, because same just like Gayton McKenzie, if he start ignoring his job, not doing it rightly, people are obviously gonna point him out. They're gonna make sure that Gayton do his job, because in the first place, he showed us that this is how things needs to be done. He sort of gave us a structure of how he's gonna run his department. So obviously people will always expect greatly from his department. So yeah, this newspaper outlets, bro, they're just being crazy on Gayton, and I just like that he's so optimistic, guys. He also wrote a tweet on the government of national unity, disregardless of the criticism that we have been experiencing on Twitter about the government of national unity. Gayton is very, very positive. I like that he's so confident. He's so passionate about his job. He's not negative, bro. He worry less about things that are out of his reach. Now he went out on and wrote a tweet about national government of national unity and said, "We might be from different political parties in the government of national unity, but we are all patriots. South Africa is entering a golden era. This government of national unity will last a full term. All voters are in for a treat." Guys, one thing that I should say big shout out to is the ANC this time. Government of national unity is better than doing a coalition with one political party, because mostly we thought that they were gonna do a coalition with the DA. So if they made a coalition with the DA, it was just gonna be another biggest flop. So, and I also like the fact that the EFF distance itself from the Government of National Unity, MK, DA, Patriotic Alliance, like these political parties coming together for national unity, and EFF being excluded from this, bro, like it's just so perfect. If the Government of National Unity doesn't work out, the EFF is from a distance and it will always defend the constitution. So if the EFF was in this Government of National Unity, no one was gonna defend the constitution, or if things were not run correctly, no one was gonna point them out, because it would mean that the EFF is also included in the corruption from the Government of National Unity. But because they are not in the Government of National Unity, they will always point out hypocrisy when things are not well run. And also MK party within, I know that Jacob Zuma and Ramaphosa have different points of view. And with Jacob Zuma, it's always about, making things for all the country, like nationalization. I just like the fact that they do not have same point of view, but they will always refer back to the constitution. So, and if they were to reshape the constitution, I know it's gonna be a tricky one, but like we still have MK, which is very much different. Gayton McKenzie, I feel like it is just gonna be best for this country. And Gayton McKenzie writing that kind of a tweet just shows that he's really optimistic, and he is really looking forward to making a great contribution, making things work out, and he's very optimistic, guys. So the ANC, I just hope that people within the ANC right now do not relax anymore, because they've been relaxing. But now that they are working with our Gayton McKenzie MK party, they are now under a lot of pressure, to run things, how this to be run, because they have been flopping for so many years, doing a whole bunch of bullshit, guys. So Gayton McKenzie, bro, shout out to you. And I've also seen Minister of, guys, let me just read this tweet about illegal immigrants. Minister of Home Affairs says in the coming year, Home Affairs will increase the number of inspections at restaurants, spaza shops, farms, and mines by over 50% in order to take actions against people illegally employed, including through deportations. So this really sounds like a great news. Even Gayton McKenzie has been pushing for something like this to happen. So bringing us back to Gayton McKenzie's tweet about this will be the best time for the Government of National Unity in the upcoming years. So it actually makes sense, because everyone right now is doing their job with so much passion. Everyone is trying to prove themselves, such as Gayton McKenzie. So if they are using that kind of mindset, bro, they will go far, and this country will do better than it was. Let's just hope for the best. You guys share thoughts in the comment section below what you think, and do not forget to subscribe for more latest updates.